It was my first time home alone for a weekend. I was 20, and my parents trusted me. Our neighborhood was quiet. Nothing ever happened. Or so I thought. The first night was uneventful. I ordered pizza, watched movies, and texted my friends. But on the second day, I noticed odd things. Our reclusive neighbor, Mr. Klein, kept standing in his yard, staring at our house. I told myself it was nothing. Maybe he was just getting fresh air, but he never moved, never held any tools, just stood there, watching. That night, past midnight, I heard a soft knock on the front door. My stomach dropped. No one should be visiting at this hour. I tiptoed downstairs, peeking through the peephole. No one was there, but when I opened the door, a small box sat on the porch. My name was scrawled across it in messy handwriting. Inside was a Polaroid photo. My blood ran cold. It was me, asleep in my bed, taken hours earlier. My hands shook as I flipped it over. A note read, "Let's play a game." I slammed the door and locked it, my mind racing. Who took that photo? How did they get inside? I checked every window and door. Locked. But then another knock. This time at the back door. Another box. Inside was a lock of my hair and a note. "You're getting warmer." I called the police. They'd brushed me off. Probably a prank, the officer said. I wanted to scream. This wasn't a prank. Someone had been in my house. The knocks kept coming. Each time, a new box. A piece of my favorite necklace. My house key. The notes grew more menacing. "I'm closer than you think. You can't hide forever." I couldn't just sit and wait. I set up traps, furniture barricades, a can of pepper spray by my bed, a kitchen knife under my pillow. I stayed awake, eyes locked on my bedroom door, listening. Around 3 a.m., I heard the faintest creak of the front door. My heart pounded. Footsteps echoed down the hallway. The door to my room slowly creaked open. Mr. Klein stood there, his hollow eyes locked onto mine, a twisted smile creeping across his face. "I've been waiting so long for this," he whispered. "You're perfect, Jessa." I didn't think. I acted. I threw the pepper spray at his face. He howled, stumbling back. I bolted past him, tripping one of my traps. A stack of books crashed to the floor, startling him. I reached the front door and ran to my neighbor's house, screaming for help. The police arrived and arrested Mr. Klein. They found his house filled with photos of me, notes, and detailed plans. He had been watching me for months, maybe longer. I should have felt safe, but I didn't. Mr. Klein was in jail, but he'd be out one day, and I couldn't shake the feeling that this wasn't over. Late at night, I still heard knocks. I told myself it was my imagination, but deep down, I knew better. The game wasn't over. The days that followed blurred together. My parents rushed home, and the police reassured us that Mr. Klein wouldn't be a threat. But I couldn't sleep. Every sound, every shadow sent me into a panic. I started sleeping with the lights on, my phone clutched tightly in my hand. The police searched Mr. Klein's house and found more than just photos. They found journals filled with entries about me. What time I left for school, what I wore, what I ate for dinner. He had been planning this for months, maybe years. The thought made my skin crawl. My parents tried to comfort me, but nothing helped. I felt like I was always being watched, even though I knew he was locked up. I started seeing a therapist, but the nightmares didn't stop. In my dreams, Mr. Klein was always there, standing in the shadows, whispering those same words. "Let's play a game." Weeks turned into months, and life slowly returned to normal. But I never felt truly safe again. I started carrying a pocket knife everywhere, installed extra locks on my bedroom door. My parents thought I was paranoid. I didn't care. I couldn't take any chances. One night, I was lying in bed when I heard it again, a soft knock on my window. My breath hitched. I grabbed my knife and crept closer. Peeking through the curtains, I saw nothing but the empty street outside. But on the windowsill sat another box. My hands trembled as I opened it. Inside was a single Polaroid photo. It was me, standing in my room, taken just moments ago. On the back, a note read, "Game over." I screamed, and my parents came running. They called the police. No footprints. No fingerprints. No sign of anyone. The officer said it was probably a prank, but I knew better. Mr. Klein was still in jail. Someone else was out there. Someone who knew about the game. I moved out the moment I turned 23. I couldn't stay in that house, not with the memories and the fear that still haunted me. But even now, years later, I still feel like I'm being watched. I still hear the knocks, late at night, when the world is quiet. And I know, deep down, that the game isn't over. Not yet.